And let's go over to the Lagos State House of Assembly matters, where we understand that the prolonged speakership crisis may soon be resolved following intervention by senior leaders of the All Progressives Congress. Now, reports say that both Mudashiru Obasa, who was removed as Speaker last month, and the current Speaker, Mojisola Meranda, could step aside to allow a neutral lawmaker to assume leadership. The latest development follows the involvement of top APC figures, including the former governors Bisi Akande, Segun Osoba, and Akinwunmi Ambode. Their intervention comes at the directive of President Bola Tinubu after earlier efforts by the Governance Advisory Council failed to resolve the dispute. The crisis erupted on 13th of January 2025 when 36 lawmakers voted to remove Obasa, installing his then-deputy, Meranda, in his place. Obasa, who was in Atlanta at the time, rejected his removal, insisting that he remains the rightful speaker. Now, however, his colleagues remain resolute in their decision. For more on this, I'm now joined by a political analyst, Taiwo Olopade. Taiwo, thank you so much for joining us live in the studio here in Lagos, Nigeria.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you join us. Now, I mean, this whole thing has been going on for a while, and I'm sure there's been a lot of reactions, some who are, in support of, the fights going on, and some who are strongly behind Meranda. Do you see a truce happening soon in the Lagos State Assembly leadership?
Well, this is a very tough question, but I'll make every possible means to answer your question. The fact remains, just like you said, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was removed by more than two-thirds majority members of the Lagos State House of Assembly on that very day, January 13th. Just like you said, it was also away, in Atlanta, USA, why this removal took place right in the chambers of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And we should also remember the fact that the way assembly it is structured, either state or national assembly, is one among equal, meaning that every member of the House is eligible to become either the Speaker of the Assembly or even as the Senate President, as the case may be, is one among equal. Because we should also remember that when all these legislators are first elected, nobody was elected as a speaker. They were all elected based on the mandate given to them by their constituents. So they found themselves within the Alo chamber. Of course, there must be leadership. And that's the reason why we used to have the leadership and the principal officers of the assembly. So in this case, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was removed, and the removal followed due process by all standards. Number one, it took place within the eyes of the public. It took place within the Alo chamber of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Members of the assembly were present. Not that they brought in people from, it wasn't a case of people were brought in to carry out this exercise. And also, the symbol of the House, which is the mace, was also present when this removal was done. And let's also remember that this same House of Assembly, not too long ago, before the crisis of Obasa, also passed the vote of confidence in him. So it's a matter of the House, you can be Speaker in the morning, and comes afternoon or evening, you can be removed. So there's no speciality or, there's no speciality, so to say, in you becoming the Speaker or being removed when your members felt like, oh, it is time for you to step aside and have a new leadership. But now come to the issue of this move to also remove the current Speaker, Right Honorable Mojisola Meranda. We should also remember that before the House went on synodai, that means indefinite, suspension of sitting, the House, this same House, majority were present, and they passed a vote of confidence in the leadership of Right Honorable Mojisola Meranda, who happens to be the first in history of Lagos State, the first female speaker. And people are wondering what exactly is the reason why maybe the leadership of the party did not want to allow this woman to serve as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Remember that she was Deputy Speaker before she got this promotion to become the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And there has been so much of a controversy, so much of body language. The president doesn't want her. At the point, they also mentioned the name of the First Lady, but I'm happy that both the leadership of the House of Assembly and the leadership of the party also clear the names of the First Lady and even the President. But suddenly again, we also hear, and you know, in every rumor, there's always element of doubt that the President is also not comfortable with this arrangement that the governor of the state is from the Lagos Central, and by political convenience that they should have the Speaker and the Deputy Governor, and you know, all those, the leadership shouldn't come from almost the same zone within the Lagos setting. The governor is from Lagos Central, so by providence now, the Speaker also from, I think I'm more of thereabouts, is also, Apapa is also from Lagos Central. So for political convenience, they are looking for a Speaker that will come from where the former Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, who was removed, you know, comes from. And they are looking towards, from report that we have heard, I think the name of Honorable David Shotenji, who is from Badagry. I think it tops the list of the likely Speaker of the Lagos State of Assembly. But the point remains that, are we going to ask the current Speaker to step aside, and stepping aside under what condition?
Thank you for. I'm glad that you made that point, because my next question would have been, we are hearing that there's a possibility of that, of bringing in a neutral leader, but what is the rationale really? Is there a justification for asking her to step down? She already has majority of the support, including a vote of confidence.
That's exactly where I'm heading to, and let me just also quickly run that your question. At the bottom line is, she enjoys the mandate of overwhelming majority of members of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And you can see that within the little period that she has emerged, the Speaker, you have seen so many solidarity visits, so many groups also endorsing, even at the point, the GAC members, that's the Governor Advisory Council, also endorsed her leadership. The leadership of the party across board also endorsed. And you can also see reactions from even those who are also not members of the ruling APC in Lagos State, making assertion that this woman should be allowed to stay. At worst, or at most rather, should we complete the tenure of the Speaker that was removed, maybe in the next 1 year or 1 year, few months thereabout, why don't we allow this woman, and to also be in record that at the point we also had the first female Speaker in the Lagos State House of Assembly. And I want to go back to history, if you permit me quickly, that this is not the first time that we have Speaker removed in the Lagos State House of Assembly, and heaven did not fall. So the question remains, why the removal of Obasa is causing hullabaloo, quagmire, and distortion in the political setting of Lagos State.
All right, Mr. Olopade, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts on this. This is a very interesting one, and we're looking to see, because it's also had a lot of interesting turns. We're looking to see how this turns out at the end of the day, and I'm sure that whatever action comes next would at least debunk some of the rumors, especially the fact that, they claim that the president is in on it and things like that. But thank you so much for joining us to discuss this.
Thank you so much for having me.
A pleasure.